Good afternoon, YouTube family. South Texas Prepper here. Today's September the 6th. I think it's a 6th, guys. Let me see, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. The 5th, September 5th, 2022. Labor Day. I hope everybody's enjoying their Labor Day, their day off from work or whatever. um, well, guys, I wanted to talk about the title of this video. I'm planning on making it uh, The Harvesting of Humanity, or the harvesting of humanity continues, because what's going on right now, guys, um, which is what has been going on for many decades, is the harvesting of our energy. The ruling class, the elites, have always used the masses to um, harvest our energy, especially in slavery, um, in everything, basically, right? They lived a good life. They set up the system where they do very little work, at least with their hands, and we produce everything, right? We civilization is basically built on our backs, the backs of the working man. So, kind of like the analogy, or the analogy of so many, especially in Hollywood, in the movies, like The Matrix, where um, the AI, right? The AI that finally conquered man, uses mankind, as uses our bodies as energy. Um, it's no different, guys. Really, the only thing is that they use money, right? We trade in our energy, our labor, for paper, for money, and since it's not like the Matrix, where they can come and just suck out our life force. And I've talked about this many times before, but they can't do that. What they do is they convert our energy, our that's what they do. They convert it into paper, into money, and from there, the way they do it is the way they harvest our energy is through taxes. Um, and it takes many forms, guys. Right now, what we're seeing is and I've heard it called liquidation of the planet, the harvesting of humanity. Basically, what it is that these elites have let us go into debt, or the whole world supposedly into this debt, and now they're ready to collect, which really is their debt, because they're the ones that benefited the most from it. And so now they're gonna collapse the system, and they're gonna leave us holding the bag. All right, so and even till right now, to this moment where things are falling apart, they're still trying to come up with their schemes. I just read, I believe it was yesterday or day before yesterday, where Bank of America is gonna be giving uh, no money down loans and mortgages to blacks and Hispanics, right? I think the cities are Dallas, Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina, Detroit, Los Angeles, um, Miami. Yeah, those are the five. Miami, Los Angeles, Dallas, Charlotte, and what was the other one? Anyway, the five that I just mentioned, guys. Those are the five: Dallas, Miami, Detroit, um, uh, Los Angeles, and Detroit. Anyway, uh, that's one example. These people are gonna get houses or whatever, and many of them, if not most, are not gonna be able to keep up with the payments or whatever, because also there's no credit limit. Their credit score is not gonna they're not gonna be subjected to a credit score, at least from what I read. So to encourage home ownership among the Black and Latino community. All right, um, that's just one sign of what they're trying to do, or what they're gonna do. Also, I read sometime in late August, where the Vatican is calling in all of its entities, right? All of its churches, whatever entities are fall under their control. That they want all assets in the Vatican Bank by September the 30th. And when I read that, I was reminded of all the different financial entities, like I was talking about, where you're starting to get a lot of changes on the terms of service and things like that, like from PayPal, Cash App, um, even banks and credit unions are coming out with um, coming out with new terms and new policies that are coming in. 401ks as well. Um, a lot of 401ks are changing their investments and they're giving notice to their customers that they need to be on their, they need to start paying attention to their investments because it's up to them. um, it's up to the person is that has the 401k, that they take control and they start paying attention to what their money is going into. Okay. um, right now in Europe, guys, of course y'all understand, y'all have been hearing about what's going on in Europe with their energy. um, the prices down there in Europe were going up. In the EU, we're going up like 20% a day. um, and now you have what they try to do was put price controls on the gas that they were getting from Russia. Now, just as a, I'm just, before I go on, I believe that everything that is going on, the people that are up there, they all know what they're doing. They're all in on it together, in my opinion, in one way or another. And it's the people that are gonna get hurt. It's the regular man, regular person, that is working, and um, the poor, the working poor. The people are the ones that are gonna suffer, not the politicians that are passing the policies. Okay, so that's my belief. But anyway, so that being said, so Putin, Russia has said they're just not gonna supply the gas then. Excuse me, until the sanctions are lifted. The sanctions that are in place, guys, they're a joke because the United States, a lot of these countries that have sanctions against Russia, they're still selling them different resources. They're still really they're going along other channels. They're buying and selling through proxies. So it's a joke. Um, it's a big joke. They're putting the squeeze on the people, and they're trying to extract every last little bit of money, so-called money, um, before everything comes crashing down. And so that's my point: is that we're being harvested, guys. We're being harvested of our energy. Um, Humanity did all the work to build up this world, and now they're done. They've done extracted all the wealth they can, and they're gonna bring in the new system to continue that slavery. Because, like it or not, guys, how you can call it what you want, you can describe it what you want, but we live in bondage in this world, in this physical world. We live in bondage, guys. Um, and now it's gotten to the point where even the governments are no longer they're no longer there um, to protect us from all these things, right? They were before, at least they at least they kind of like pretended that that they did what they were supposed to be doing, but now they're just flaunting that they are above the law and that the law doesn't pertain to them. So, guys, just keep preparing. I know it seems so normal, or it just seems like, well, prices are high or inflation is high. I can understand how it might seem to some people, but what we are on the verge of is very serious. Um, Even I sit back and I think, okay, is this what's being talked about? Is it really that serious? Is it really that bad? And I don't know. Sometimes what I do is I go back a year, 2 years on the content creators that I watch normally on the news, and I read the headlines, and I watch the videos from a couple of years ago, the ones with the really big headlines like, collapse is near, or the food chain is disrupted, or starvation is imminent, whatever, right, etc., etc. I'll go back and I'll look at those videos again, and I'm like, these things have not happened, or um, they've been talking about this for many years. But the thing is, guys, is that I try to be very logical. I don't let my emotions get in the way. What I do is I say to myself, okay, but so okay, it hasn't happened as fast as they've said, but are things still progressing in that direction of what they're talking about? And yes, they are. Uh, I think what it is that when you're trying to tell people, let people, trying to warn them about what's going on, a lot of times we're just too early. Um, we're too early. We see what's coming and we're trying to warn them. Um, and these institutions like the Federal Reserve and other central banks, they're way ahead of the curve, and so they're always changing the rules. They change the rules, the processes, the laws. If they were to leave everything alone, this system would have already collapsed. Most certainly, it would have already collapsed. So all they're doing, guys, is, it's not that we're wrong, or that, we don't know what's going on, or that we're being dramatic. It's just that these people know how to change the rules, know how to change the system to their benefit. So just keep that in mind, okay? It's not that there's nothing going on. It's just that these people are changing the rules as they go along, and they know what they're doing. Everything is by design. These governments are in on it. It's They're part of the ruling class, and it's a war against humanity, guys. Okay, don't make no mistake. It's a war against humanity. So just remember, though, that there's more of us than there are of them, and we just gotta keep doing what we're doing, guys. Uh, we gotta keep focused, stay focused, and control what we can control. Okay, that's the most simple thing. Do what's in your control. Do that. Okay. Well, what is in our control? To grow our own food. Maybe come out with some alternative forms of energy for our homes.